Studies reveal that 1 in 4 seniors who suffer a fall from unstable shoes never fully regain their independence, and 60% of these falls could be prevented with the right footwear. Don't let your next step be your last. Evelyn, 73, had 2 lifelong loves, dancing with her grandkids and her worn-out slip-on sneakers. She swore they were light as clouds, until the night they nearly cost her everything. During her granddaughter's wedding reception, her feet slid inside the loose sneakers as she spun. The lack of grip and support sent her crashing sideways onto the dance floor. The snap of her hip bone silenced the music. 6 months later, she was still gripping armchairs to walk across her living room. I went from leading conga lines to calculating whether I could make it to the bathroom without my walker, she confessed. Physical therapists revealed the ugly truth. Her sneakers' collapsed insoles had been destabilizing her gait for years, and that one fall triggered a cascade of mobility loss. But here's what makes Evelyn's story revolutionary. She didn't just recover, she thrived. During her recovery, she discovered something shocking. Most comfortable shoes marketed to older adults are dangerously inadequate. Thin soles that don't absorb shock, overly flexible designs that destabilize aging joints, and slick treads that fail on even slightly damp surfaces. Her accident wasn't just bad luck, it was the inevitable result of wearing footwear that ignored the realities of aging feet. By ditching those death trap sneakers for shoes with firm heel cups and textured soles, she went from clutching furniture for support to teaching adaptive Zumba at her senior center. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Where in the world are you joining LiveWell Daily from today? Ever had a terrifying near fall? Or a stumble that left you shaken? Share your story below. That moment of slipping could be the warning that saves someone's independence. And if you're ready to take control of your mobility, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss LiveWell Daily's strongest health strategies. Let's build unstoppable strength together. Let's begin with a footwear choice that appears harmless, even sensible, but conceals a danger most seniors never see coming. These are far more insidious, the deceptively dangerous dress shoes. Evelyn, 73, discovered this danger the hard way at her granddaughter's wedding. She slipped into her favorite pair of classic pumps, the same size she'd worn comfortably for decades, not realizing her feet had changed. By the time the first dance began, a sharp pain shot through her toes. "I thought it was just my feet getting tired," she recalled. But the truth was far worse. Years of wear had stretched the ligaments in her feet, making them nearly half a size wider than when she'd bought those shoes. The once comfortable pumps were now slowly crushing her feet with every step. The consequences were severe. That single evening in tight dress shoes left Evelyn with compressed nerves that caused numbness in her toes for weeks. "I nearly fell down the stairs because I couldn't feel where my feet were landing," she admitted. The temporary nerve damage altered her gait, putting strain on her knees and hips, a dangerous ripple effect from one poor footwear choice. What makes dress shoes particularly treacherous is how they deceive wearers. While they may appear supportive with their stiff soles and structured shape, their narrow toe boxes become increasingly dangerous as feet naturally widen with age. For seniors with diabetes or circulation issues, the restricted blood flow can be especially hazardous, potentially leading to serious complications. Evelyn's story exposes a painful truth. Many seniors unknowingly sacrifice safety for style, not realizing their feet have changed beneath them. The shoes that once felt broken may now be breaking down your body, one compressed nerve at a time. The next dangerous footwear choice might surprise you even more because it's something many consider the safest option of all. Flip-flops, those seemingly innocent summer shoes, are actually foot health destroyers in disguise. Every time you wear flip-flops, your toes must grip unnaturally to keep the shoe from flying off. This constant gripping alters your natural gait and creates tension that travels through your entire foot. Unlike proper footwear that moves with you, flip-flops force your feet to adapt to them, the exact opposite of what aging feet need. Even worse, flip-flops provide absolutely zero arch support and minimal shock absorption. Each step sends jarring impact forces directly into your bones and joints. While younger feet might recover from this stress, after 60, this repeated trauma accelerates joint deterioration. Evelyn, 73, learned this painful lesson during what should have been a joyful retirement trip to Arizona. "I wore flip-flops everywhere, by the pool, walking to restaurants, even for a long beach walk," she recalled. By day 3, she could barely put weight on her heel. What Evelyn developed was plantar fasciitis, a painful inflammation of the thick band of tissue connecting your heel to your toes. It took 6 months of physical therapy to resolve, costing her half a year of precious mobility. Here's what many seniors don't realize until it's too late. The pain doesn't stay in your feet. When you walk differently to accommodate foot pain, your knees bear extra stress, your hips compensate with uneven movement, and your lower back absorbs the imbalance. One poor footwear choice creates a domino effect throughout your entire body. Even if you've worn flip-flops your whole life without issues, your aging feet can no longer tolerate this stress. The support you never needed before becomes crucial after 60. But the next footwear mistake is one almost everyone makes every day without realizing it, and it might be sabotaging your mobility right now as you watch this video. What most seniors don't realize is that athletic shoes lose approximately 40% of their cushioning and support after just 6 months of regular use, long before they show visible wear. The midsole foam that absorbs shock with each step breaks down silently, leaving your joints vulnerable to impact forces that can be 3 to 5 times your body weight. This creates a dangerous situation, especially for our generation. Many of us grew up with Depression-era parents who taught us to use it up, wear it out, making us reluctant to replace items that don't appear visibly damaged. Combine this frugal mindset with fixed retirement incomes, and you have a recipe for keeping footwear far beyond its functional lifespan. Evelyn, 73, embodied this exact problem. "My sneakers still look great after 2 years," she insisted. "The treads are fine, no holes, and they're still clean. I thought they were perfectly good." What she didn't realize was that her unexplained hip pain, which had slowly turned her from an avid gardener into someone who dreaded standing for more than a few minutes, stemmed directly from those worn-out sneakers. The lack of proper cushioning forced her body to absorb punishing impact with every step, straining her joints and altering her posture. Here's a simple test you can do right now. Take your everyday walking shoes and try to twist them from heel to toe. If they twist easily, the supportive structure has broken down, even if the exterior looks pristine. A proper shoe should only bend at the ball of the foot, not crumple like a wet paper towel. When Evelyn finally replaced her still good sneakers with a fresh pair, her hip pain improved dramatically within weeks. Those $75 shoes may have saved her from a downward spiral of mobility loss and expensive medical interventions. So ask yourself, when was the last time you replaced your everyday shoes? If it's been over 6 months of regular wear, those perfectly fine sneakers might be stealing your mobility, one step at a time. But the next footwear mistake? Our fourth deadly footwear choice targets women who've worn sensible heels their entire careers. Those deceptive 2-inch pumps that seem harmless but wreak silent havoc. Every time you wear heels, even modest ones, your entire body weight shifts unnaturally forward. A mere 2-inch heel increases pressure on the ball of your foot by a staggering 75%, forcing your toes into a cramped position thousands of times daily. The damage radiates upward, your knees hyperextend, your hips tilt forward, and your lower back overarches to compensate, creating a domino effect of misalignment. Evelyn discovered this too late after 30 years as a school principal wearing what she called her professional low heels. "I avoided stilettos thinking I was being smart," she confessed. Retirement revealed the truth. Her feet had slowly deformed under decades of pressure. The bunions she'd ignored became agonizing, and her toes curled into hammer toes. At 71, she faced surgery, a brutal bunionectomy requiring 8 weeks in a surgical boot, canceling her dream cruise with the grandchildren. The hidden danger? It's not just current heel wearers at risk. A 70-year-old's feet have endured about 75 million steps, each one in heels, leaving cumulative damage. As your foot's fat padding thins with age, problems hidden for decades suddenly emerge. Even occasional heel wear now exacerbates old damage, shortened Achilles tendons, shifted metatarsals, and compromised balance that multiplies fall risk. Here's the sobering reality. That single pressure map image of a foot in heels shows alarming red zones where bones are literally being reshaped. While younger feet recover temporarily, aging tissues lose this resilience. Evelyn's occasional church heels now leave her limping for days. Her feet can no longer rebound from the abuse they once tolerated. Ladies, be honest. How many of you still keep just-in-case heels in your closet? That special occasion pair could be the final straw for your aging feet. The shoes that carried you through your career may now be carrying you toward a walker. Our fifth deadly footwear mistake is one you might be wearing right now. Shoes with smooth, worn-down soles that turn everyday surfaces into danger zones. Those classic loafers and dress shoes favored by many seniors often become treacherously slick over time, their traction patterns fading until they offer little more grip than ice skates. What most don't realize is that shoe soles lose up to 75% of their traction as they age, transforming minor spills into catastrophic risks. A few drops of water on tile, a damp bathroom floor, or morning dew on concrete steps can suddenly become life-threatening hazards. Evelyn, 73, ignored the warning signs until it was nearly too late. "I was wearing my favorite leather-soled loafers when I stepped on a single wet leaf in my driveway," she recalled. "My foot shot out so fast I barely caught myself on the railing." That close call left her with a wrenched shoulder and weeks of pain. Yet she kept wearing the death trap shoes until her daughter intervened. Tests revealed what Evelyn couldn't feel. Her worn soles had less traction than socks on hardwood. Here's the terrifying truth Evelyn learned. Leather and smooth synthetic soles become exponentially more dangerous with age. That broken in comfort actually means broken down safety. Even new dress shoes often prioritize style over function, with soles that fail basic traction tests. Try this urgent check right now. Wearing your everyday shoes, attempt to slide your foot forward on bathroom tile. If it moves easily, you're gambling with your mobility every day. Seniors, listen closely. That just a little slip you brushed off last week? It wasn't clumsiness, it was your footwear screaming for retirement. Evelyn's daughter replaced her slick loafers with rubber-soled orthotics, and the difference was immediate. "I can finally walk to the mailbox in the rain without holding my husband's arm," she said. But the next footwear danger? It's lurking in 80% of senior closets. Our sixth deadly footwear choice is likely waiting by your bedside right now, those deceptively dangerous backless slippers. What feels like cozy comfort is actually one of the greatest fall risks in your home. When you slip into backless footwear, your entire gait changes without you realizing it. Your toes constantly grip to keep the slipper from falling off, shortening your stride and creating abnormal tension through your legs. Your heel lifts prematurely with each step, and research shows this simple change can reduce ankle stability by up to 65%. These subtle alterations dramatically impair your balance, and they happen completely beneath your awareness. The numbers tell a frightening story. 38% of in-home falls among seniors involve improper house shoes, with backless slippers being the leading offender. These accidents often occur during routine moments that demand quick reactions, rushing to answer the phone, stepping around a pet, or navigating that one tricky stair. Evelyn learned this lesson the hard way when her favorite fleece slippers betrayed her. "I was just carrying laundry to the basement when my foot slid right out of the slipper," she shared. The fall fractured her hip, requiring surgery and months of rehabilitation that stole her cherished independence. What makes these slippers especially treacherous is their comforting disguise. They're soft, easy to slip on, and feel familiar, all while systematically undermining your stability with every step. After 65, when natural balance systems already face challenges, this daily risk becomes unacceptable. Consider this. You wouldn't drive without a seatbelt for momentary comfort, yet millions risk life-altering injuries for the convenience of backless footwear. But there's hope. Progressive podiatrists have developed house shoe alternatives that reduced fall risk by 62% in clinical trials, a revelation that helped Evelyn regain confidence in her home. "Now I won't even walk to the bathroom without proper support," she insists. The difference between safe mobility and a life-changing fall may come down to what you slip on your feet first thing in the morning. Our seventh deadly footwear mistake isn't shoes at all. It's the dangerous habit of going barefoot at home. While it may feel liberating, walking barefoot after 60 increases fall risk by 37% compared to wearing proper house shoes. Without cushioning or support, your aging feet struggle to maintain balance, especially on modern hard surfaces like tile or hardwood that amplify joint impact sevenfold. Evelyn learned this lesson through a nightmare scenario. "I didn't even feel the tiny piece of broken glass in my kitchen," she confessed. With her diabetic neuropathy dulling sensation, the small cut went unnoticed until it became a raging infection. What followed was 3 months of wound care specialists, antibiotics, and terrifying moments when doctors discussed amputation risks. "All because I wanted to let my feet breathe," she now says with regret. This shatters the barefoot movement myth for seniors. While younger feet with intact padding might benefit, aging feet with thinning fat pads, flattening arches, and reduced sensation require constant protection. As podiatrist Dr. Michael Torres explains, going barefoot at 70 is like removing your home's foundation while the walls are already crumbling. Are you watching this barefoot right now? That simple choice could be undermining your stability with every step. Our eighth and final deadly mistake? The one good pair mentality that sabotages senior mobility. 78% of seniors make this critical error using the same shoes for walking, gardening, and housework. Evelyn was typical. "My expensive orthopedic sneakers were my everything shoes," she admitted. But this approach proved disastrous. The shoes that supported her daily walks became dangerous when gardening, lacking the side stability needed for kneeling and standing. Dirt trapped in their treads then reduced traction on sidewalks, nearly causing a catastrophic fall. The solution came when her physical therapist introduced the Activity Zone system. 1. Support shoes for walking and errands. 2. Grip shoes for gardening, chaka yard work. 3rd, stability. Slippers for indoor use. Investing in 3 specialized pairs felt excessive, Evelyn said, until I realized one ER visit would cost 10 times more. Within weeks of adopting this system, her chronic knee pain improved and her near falls stopped completely. The shocking truth? Your favorite do-everything shoes might be doing nothing well and putting your independence at risk with every step. Now we're not just here to point out footwear problems, we're here to solve them. Here are 3 essential remedies to tackle these common issues. Evelyn stared in disbelief when the certified footwear specialist measured her feet. You've been squeezing into shoes 3 widths too narrow for years, the expert revealed. This life-changing discovery came during Evelyn's first professional fitting in 25 years, where she learned that 82% of older adults never realize feet expand nearly a full size after 65, yet most stubbornly cling to their usual size. The thorough evaluation included individual standing measurements for each foot, 5 precise width measurements across different areas, detailed arch assessment and flexibility testing, computerized gait analysis, mapping pressure distribution. I actually cried when I tried my real size, Evelyn shared. The burning sensation I thought was normal disappeared immediately. She advises looking for specialists with senior footwear certification who can explain, how does my high arch influence shoe selection? And where is my stride creating dangerous pressure? Evelyn's mobility transformation accelerated when her physical therapist introduced the multi-use footwear plan. 1. Safety slippers, full-back design with medical-grade traction for indoor use. 2. Daily support shoes, custom-fitted with specialized arch reinforcement. Third task, specific footwear, sturdy gardening shoes, walking sandals with ankle support. I was ruining my expensive walking shoes by wearing them in the garden, Evelyn admitted. They offered no side protection and got caked with dirt. After adopting this system, her chronic hip pain improved 85% within 2 months. Surprisingly, the approach saved $300 annually. Her decreased pain medication needs more than covered the footwear costs. Evelyn's final breakthrough came through tailored adjustments, customizable inserts, $55, that molded perfectly to her feet at home. Strategic cushioning pads relieving specific pressure zones. Shock. Absorbing heel supports reducing joint impact by 47%. With partial insurance coverage, I paid just $120 out of pocket, she noted. 8 months later, Evelyn's balance improved 52%, demonstrated when she confidently walked her dog on hiking trails, something she'd avoided for nearly a decade. Evelyn found affordable alternatives to expensive custom orthotics heat, moldable insoles, $50, that adapt to your foot's exact shape. Strategic cushioning pads that redistribute pressure points. Gel heel cups that absorb 45% more impact than standard inserts. With my doctor's prescription, Medicare covered 80% of the cost, she says. Now I walk pain-free and regain the confidence to travel again. Why these solutions work? Clinical studies show this combination reduces fall risk by up to 58%, decreases joint pain by 72%, improves mobility in 89% of seniors within 3 months. Evelyn's final advice: don't wait for a crisis. I lost 2 years of active life before taking action. Start with 1 professional fitting. It's the safest step you'll ever take. From struggling with 800 daily steps to comfortably walking 9,000, Evelyn's results tell the story. When my neighbor asked why I suddenly started ballroom dancing, she laughs, I didn't explain how proper footwear gave me back my confidence. Which footwear fact surprised you most? Share your thoughts below. Your story might help others avoid dangerous falls. For more senior wellness tips, subscribe now. Remember, the right footwear choices today create the active, independent tomorrow you desire. Did this video help you? Then smash that like button. It fuels our mission to bring you more life-changing health tips. Drop a comment below. What topic should we tackle next? We read every reply. And if you're serious about upgrading your health, subscribe and hit the bell, because your strongest, healthiest self starts with LiveWell Daily. Stay sharp, stay vibrant, and we'll see you in the next video.